Why not go and eat out somewhere? How about Sagra restaurant? They're not far from our studio. We're downtown on MLK, and they're just a few hop, skips, and steps
Yep,
that way.
1610 San Antonio.
Really close. Gabe Pellegrini is here. He's executive chef there, making swordfish this morning. Great to see you as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell us how we throw all this together.
So today we're making Swordfish Invertini, which is a very classic Sicilian recipe. Swordfish is very popular in Sicily. They catch it. That's one of the major places where they catch it.
Yeah.
And these come off of huge 300-pound fishes. So.
Oh, wow.
So this is just a really simple stuffed swordfish. A lot of people are used to grilling swordfish.
Yeah.
Which is really the easiest way and one of my personal favorites. But this way is also really easy, and it's a really fast recipe, and it's a little better for fall because it has a lot of fall flavors in it.
Yeah.
So
well, don't burn down the studio, Gabe. All right,
so
what do we
just add a little capers?
Yeah.
Some olives.
Okay. And swordfish is a pretty healthy.
It's a very healthy. It's very light. Doesn't have a lot of oil in it.
Yeah.
So we just took some olives, some capers, little raisins, and there's actually some currants in here too.
Okay.
And to that we're just adding a little tomato sauce.
Yeah. Smells good already.
And a little white wine.
Yeah, keep going with that. There you go. How about a little more white wine?
And then we're just going to let this cook for a little while, just to let the flavors marry. And
yeah. And you're about to change your menu at the restaurant.
We're about to start our fall menu.
Fall. Yeah.
Decided to wait a little just till the weather actually caught up with the seasons.
Yeah.
But so while this is cooking, we're going to just take some really thin slices of this swordfish.
Okay.
And really, the thinner the better. You don't have to worry about it being too thin because swordfish is very forgiving. It's kind of like working with chicken.
Oh, okay. Good. And you can, I mean, any store carries.
I actually bought this at Central Market.
Okay.
But really anywhere. Right now it's prime swordfish season, so
that's
really you can get anywhere.
All right.
So I'm just going to put some salt and a little pepper on these.
Okay. Oh, and I love fresh ground pepper.
Yeah, really.
Taste the food better.
And really, when it's fresh ground, it's a lot better. The flavors.
Yeah.
If it sits too long, it loses a lot of the pepperiness.
Okay.
So then basically we just season these with salt and pepper, and we're going to take a little breadcrumbs.
Okay. Can I do something? I feel like I'm useless standing here.
In a couple minutes you could eat.
Oh, I'll wait for that then.
And then basically we're just going to roll these.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. That's so easy.
And really that's it. And the breadcrumbs right now, there's not a lot of flavor in those because they're just plain breadcrumbs that I made this morning. But when they cook, they're going to absorb a lot of the flavors from both the sauce and the fish. So they kind of just help hold the flavor in there. Okay.
And then what have you got there?
This is some rosemary. I'm just going to use this to kind of skewer it.
That smells so good.
And this rosemary is actually fresh from our greenhouse. We have a greenhouse in South Austin that we grow all of our own herbs and tomatoes in.
Great. I love that you guys do everything is homemade and made in the restaurant. It's just so great.
And we really try to. I mean, we pride ourselves in the fact that we try to use local ingredients whenever possible. And when we can't use local ingredients, we just try to find the best stuff that we can. Yeah. Like the tomatoes, we actually grow all our own tomatoes because a lot of times of the year here, you can't get good fresh tomatoes. Yeah. But since we have a greenhouse, we grow them all year round.
Well, and I think the drought, too, has affected a lot of produce this year.
It's getting expensive for the farmers, too.
Oh, gosh. There's the recipe there.
So basically, we just put these in here. We seasoned it. This is going to go in the oven for probably 10 minutes. Okay. And what you're going to end up with something that looks a lot like this.
Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Okay, I'm going to try this.
Which actually I didn't bring it for.
Hey, that's okay. You know what? I ate with my hands a couple of weeks ago, so it doesn't really matter. All right.
It kind of adds to the experience.
Oh. That's really good.
And the fish it tastes sort of similar to tuna. It's kind of a neutral flavor, but with the capers and the raisins and the tomatoes, it adds a couple different layers to the flavor. And instead of just like a simple grilled swordfish where you just put lemon on it, you can do this in 5 minutes and really come up with something that's a lot heartier and a lot more fall-like.
That's a great combination. That looks so good. Sagra Restaurant, put up the information, is located at 1610 San Antonio Street. And if you need more information about what other items will be on their upcoming new fall menu, go to sagraaustin.net, and there is the phone number. I'm going to eat some more of this. Thank you so much, Gabe.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to see you.